Hey everybody, it's Ali here from Apple Zucchini Performance Nutrition for another Nutrition Tip Tuesday. The topic for today is how to order pub grub and how to do it well. And this doesn't just apply to the blokes, because I'm going to talk about cocktails as well. So when you go to the pub, be aware that you're going because you're probably hanging out with friends and it's probably a nice unwind. I don't want to put undue pressure on you in terms of making sure you order correctly. But there are a few little tips that will help you in those situations, particularly if you're going to be having beers or it's going to be one of those Sunday sessions that kind of gets out of control and you end up having cocktails and getting Macca's drive-thru on the way home. So, first things first, order your burger, order your chips, do whatever you're usually going to do, but bear in mind that you don't have to eat everything. That's a big meal, and so as soon as those chips get cold, my advice to you would be put your napkin on your plate or put your plate on another table nearby so that when you're done, you're done. No one likes cold chips, there's no point to them. You've had the hot ones, they were delicious, you're probably going to have a few beers, so that's a really good strategy to stop yourself from eating any more of the plate that you just don't want to. My next tip is stay hydrated. That's going to help from a pre-planning perspective, but also for your hangover if there is one tomorrow. If you're better hydrated, your tummy's a bit more full, but your hangover will hopefully be lessened tomorrow, which will have knock-on effects for the food choices you make the next day. So that's a really helpful one. Make sure you have a bottle of normal water or soda water or something on the table, or even better, the drinks that you're drinking, base them on soda water. So on that note, alcohol. I'm the bearer of bad news. When we consume alcohol, it's a toxin that enters our body, and the liver's really good at just going, nope, I'm not metabolizing anything else, I got to get rid of this toxin. So the metabolism of anything else that you're consuming in and around drinking gets paused until we've gotten rid of this toxin from our body. What I don't want you guys to take from this is that eating's cheating and you shouldn't eat when you're drinking, but purposefully eat. So eat something to take the edge off before you go out, nourish your body before you have a few drinks, but also be careful of what you're eating or drinking when you're out at the pub, because if you end up on something like cocktails or you're having rum and coke, which is really high in sugar, what you're doing is you're peaking your blood glucose, and that tends to have a massive trough afterwards, in the same way that you might eat some jelly beans, have that sugar high and then crash out. So if that's happening, you would have all probably experienced at some point in your lives that really ravenous hunger at the end of the night where you do want to go through the Macca's drive-thru. Nikki's making a face at the moment, just by the way. And so because of those sort of sugar highs and lows, that's not going to keep you at a stable blood glucose level, which is going to make you want those foods at the end of the night. So sticking to something pretty low in sugar if you're going to have alcohol is a great idea. The next day, troubleshooting, make sure you've got some food at home. And the one really good tip that I pass on to my clients in terms of troubleshooting a hangover is if you're going out, say on Saturday night, on Saturday, make sure you're hydrating well, maybe even have a hydrolyte tablet in your water to keep some electrolytes on board so that you're retaining that fluid. But if you've got offcuts of veggies and salad that you haven't used by Friday night, get a pizza base or a pita bread or a wrap bread, even better, something like that. Put all those veggie leftovers on that pizza base, sprinkle a bit of cheese on it so that the next day when you're craving something greasy in your hungover state, you get the cheesy pizza, but it's actually a healthy version that you've made at home, so you're not ordering Uber Eats or something like that. So you're not sort of doubling the damage that's occurred from that isolated pub event the night before. So those are my top tips. Best of luck. If you need more, get in touch. But otherwise, I'll see you guys next week for another Nutrition Tip Tuesday.